the side of.
But they only paid like $8 an hour and expected him to do overtime shit without overtime pay.
When I'm missing, you know I'm cooking something. And I wanted to show you guys the new color on the car. I wanted to show you guys the whole new setup. A few months ago, I was like, man, let me just go for a whole new setup. The last color I had, it just didn't work out too well. Was peeling, and I don't know if that was just me because I rushed and took it out and it was in the rain or whatever other situation it could have been, but I was over the color. Some colors was lighter than the other because some had clear, some didn't. Every time I went to go wash the car, if you know me, I love the car wash, so I was always washing it, and clear was just peeling and peeling and peeling. So I started to lose enjoyment in the car. So I'm like, oh, well, let me just go paint it a different color, you know, and have a whole different setup. So this is the new setup. Okay, guys. Okay. So, story time. I took the car to Pomona. This guy I was calling around trying to get quotes. Got a quote for this, we're going to call him Bozo. So I got a quote from this Bozo, and it was like a 4th of July sale, and he was doing like a half price or whatever it was, and it was $1,200 for a color. But I still had a lot of stuff to do to it. Before I took it to paint, I wanted to raise it up because I wanted all this like painted in a good color, like the whole wheel well. Like I wanted it clean. So long story short, I'm telling him everything that I want. He's like, man, I can do that. Just bring it in. And I'm like, oh, you know, just give me some time. And he's like, nah, just bring it in. Like, don't worry about anything. I'll handle it and this, that, and the third. So he's convincing me. So my main thought was, I know my car. You know, this would be my first time ever sending it to paint. The last 2 paints I had on the car, it was from I was hands-on. I was, you know, just mildly hands-on. Okay, I finally got this all sanded down. Tomorrow, we'll come and sand that. Got to take the spoiler off, sand that down, and then that's pretty much it. Quarter panels is fixed. Yes, sir. Helping with body work, you know, watching the whole process. So this would be the first time I wouldn't watch the process. It would actually go to a shop, and this is the result. I dropped it off. I'll get the exact date and I'll put it here, but I dropped it off, and it was in full condition. Like I had my lights on, I had my fenders on. Uh, it was perfectly fine, and of course it was lower. I would say a month into me leaving the car where it was at, the guy updated me, and well, I called him and got an update because I was trying to sell the recent wheels that was on here. And I went to go take them off, and the car was in the same condition, like it wasn't touched. I want to say he took off the fenders, but the fenders only had two scrum room. Let me back up. Let me correct myself. I had two bolts. One was at the top right here, and one was right here. So it was mildly hanging on. Not only that, only reason why I had two on is because if you didn't know, I just put Lambo doors on it. I put Lambo doors on it, but I didn't end up. The shock ended up going out. I ended up getting the shock. Uh, 2 days, well, a few days after me getting the shock, the guy, Bozo, he ended up shortening the money hungry. Um, so when I took the car in, he's like, "Yeah, we're gonna do this and we're gonna do that," and I'm like, "All right, well, like, how long is it gonna take?" I'll insert the receipt here. 2 weeks. The car sat for over there for 2 months. And I started to get frustrated because if you know me, I like my car. I like it where I'm at. I like to drive it. I just like my car because it's my car. I purchased it. So I end up hitting him and telling him like, hey man, how's the process going? I haven't got any updates, and he's like, oh well, the car's not ready. So I'm like, well, well, let me know what condition it's in so, I can mentally prepare myself to wait longer. And he's like, all right, I'll send you pictures. He sent me pictures, which I'll insert here. He sent me pictures and I lost it. First off, uh, I just painted the car twice. So the times we painted it, we took the mirrors off. This was number one. We took the mirrors off. Number two, we took the side moldings off. Number three, we took the door handles off. We took the wing off. He had all my emblems on. I don't know if you can see, but he had all my emblems on. He had my tail lights on still. Um, I think he had my bumper on still. I mean my license plate and the license plate thing. He just taped it off. Um, and then when I had dropped it off, I had told him I had a lip on here, which we're going to get to that. I had a lip on here, and the lip. Oh look, he had my fog lights were still on there. He just taped them off. So I'm like, oh, this is just going to be a quick spray in my head, which is what I described to him. It shouldn't have. So when he sent me the pictures, I kind of lost it. I'll be honest with you, I lost it because I'm like, Come on, man. You know, like if I was to ever want to go thin moldings, the paint isn't going to be inside. Um, and it was just really bugging me, you know, like bad, because it's like 2 months in, and you know everything we talked about you didn't do. You just primered everything. The car really didn't need body work. As you can see from this spot right here, I genuinely don't know what was going on right there. I see that he has some spots right there, and then right there. His main thing was, he said they fixed the hood. So the hood, it wasn't in bad condition, but I had more dents, you know. Oh, right here. Okay, so I'm seeing a little bit of work, but you know, I still got that indent right there, that drip. You know, none of that matters, but you know, I just was looking at the work, and I'm like, the first time I painted it brown, uh, it went perfectly fine. We painted it. Only problem I had with the brown was the top. We had a problem at the top, and I just wanted to paint it again, but uh, I missed that color. But we didn't get most dents out because I'm. I'll be honest with you. If I'm paying some money for something, I don't want to wait. I'm impatient. You know, very impatient, and this is, I guess that's my problem, is being patient. Um, so um, I'm just kind of everywhere because my mind is just really blown. But let me get back to where I thought I was at. The lip. When I had hit him up about the car, he told me the lip was broke, but he had it primered. Why would you primer it? And I told him, like, you know, I can take it off. As I was dropping the car off, I'm like, hey, I could take the lip off. It was only a screw on each side and a bolt. So I'm like, I'll take it off. So in the pictures, this was in the pictures. I went off because I'm like, bro, you know, it's broken. Like, why didn't you guys just take it off? So me speaking on that, I'm guessing it took him another week just to get the lip off. Like I said, it was only 2 zip ties. I'll show you where the zip ties is at. It was 2 zip ties, 1 zip tie, 2 zip tie, and then it had one bolt at the end. So he ended up hitting me and telling me that everything was in the car. Um, Afterwards, because I was like, man, you know, like, I'm pulling the plug. I just kind of want my money back. I want my car back, and I'll just take my business elsewhere. I'm very unhappy. So the communication was small, and I got the car back Friday. Today's Tuesday. Yesterday he was supposed to send the money back, and Bozo didn't send the money back. So this is where the DA currently is right now. It's just janked, you know. And I'll be honest, my mind is just off of it. You know, it's really just away from it. I don't know. Oh, let's go back to me saying that my mind was everywhere. He broke my headlights. This was when I went to go get the rims off of it to sell the rims for a new pair of rims. He broke my headlights. Where are they? Broke the clip. I still had this one on here. It was plastic welded, barely plastic welded on there. And then he finished breaking that, I guess taking the bumper off. If you know, these headlights, man, they're not cheap. And not only are they not cheap, they kind of hard to find in good condition. So I had to deal with that. Yeah, he just kind of threw everything back in here, unfortunately. Then my seat, I had told him about my seat because my seat wasn't ripped. You know, like when I went to go see it, I'm like, man, my seat is ripped. The headlights is broke. So yeah, I mean, that's currently where the DA is at. Unfortunately, and I don't know where to pick up from. To be honest with you, I ended up buying some. You guys know when I change the color, I always try and change the rims too. When I got the new rims I've purchased, I'm not going to show those until I kind of figure out what I'm gonna do with the car. When I got the new rims, it was a far drive. I'll say that. Anybody knows me, you know I drive, but that drive was far. On top of being far, the rims cost more than I've paid anything on the car. Anything. And they came with tires. I ended up going to go get the tires mounted, and it had one rim, the last rim that they were mounting the tires, it was bent. The inner barrel was bent, and then the face of the rim was bent. And out here in the IE, there's not, personally, I don't know anybody. I'll try and say that I don't know anybody in the IE that um, does decent jobs with bent rims. I've bent my rims before, and I took it all the way to Corona. This time, it was a different rim, and the bend was just, it was wobbling bad. And this is. So uh, that ended up going left, and then yeah, that's where I'm at currently. So you guys stay tuned. You know, maybe you'll see another video. Maybe you won't. Maybe you'll see me on Instagram. Maybe you won't. You know, like it's kind of up in the air right now. Life is cooking your boy right now, and I don't know. You know, it's kind of hard to find trustworthy people out here. And not only trustworthy people, but if you like things a certain kind of way, it's kind of hard getting that service that kind of way. And it's not even about spending the money, because you spend the money, you losing the time. You know, if you spending the money, it's going to take. You got to be patient. And you know, as much as I work on it, I'm just not patient. You know, like I like my stuff. Like if if this car, the first time we painted it in like 2 days. You know, and I know that's not realistic for a real painter, but I don't want my car sitting in a paint shop for longer than a month. You know, like I can't do that. That's just me personally. So like I said, for me, it's kind of hard to find genuine people out here that you know, when they're giving you their service, they're giving it to you at the best of your service. You know, so I don't know what I'm gonna really do right now. Give me some time, you know. Check on your boy, you know, reach out, give me some motivation, because if not, you know, then maybe not is very possible. I'm just exhausted of going through it. Just trying to go through, trying to find people, you know, and people that is going to do the quality work that, you know, that you're paying for, that, you know, you're, I'll say picky about, because I'm picky, you know, and if it's not my pick, then I'm not gonna say I don't want to pay, but I'm gonna be very unsatisfied paying. Um, so yeah, hope you guys like the color. Check back in with your boy later on.